Well, good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm kind of stuffed up. That's crazy. I hate being stuff like that. I get certain things that'll throw me off, and yesterday I added a little arm here to my desk, and it was out of oak, and I wanted to stain it, so I got a little walnut stain and stained it, but the fumes from that stain, it just totally... I have that. I don't know, does anybody else have that problem with, you any little smell, cigarette smell, perfumes, cleaners, laundry cleaners, they're scented. There's Sue. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
So yeah, all these chemicals just tear me apart, and now it'll take about 3 days that I'll be stuffed up. Sprays like bug sprays are terrible. That stuff stinks. It'll just mess me all up. So anyways, I'm dealing with a little raspiness. So if I sound raspy, that's why. It was my own fault. I used that stain on it. Hey, it's another morning. It's cooler out this morning than it had been the last several days. Actually, they said that if we hit one more 80-degree day in February would beat a all-time record for high temperature in February. We've had like 22, 23 days 80 degrees above, and looks like we're going to hit 80 again, so we'll break that record on it. So let's see what the temperature is here this morning. What's the temperature in DeLand, Florida?
In DeLand it's clear and 54, with mostly cloudy skies and a high of 80 in the forecast.
Yeah, see, it says high of 80. It's 54. That's cooler than it has been. I know that's not cool, but we've been like hovering around 70s in the morning. So, it's quite a bit cooler than what we have. But don't feel bad, but I don't mind the warmth. I'd take the warmth over the heat any day. Let's see if they're getting warmer up north. What's the temperature in Worcester, Ohio?
There's a flood warning in effect until 12:37 p.m. today. In Worcester, it's mostly clear and 37, with cloudy skies and a high of 57 in the forecast.
So Worcester, it's funny how she says that. There's Sue again.
I was going to say, Cortina, it's Worcester, not
Worcester. So yeah, they're 37 now. 57, it's not bad. I mean, that means it's warming up there. Because this time of year it can still be mighty cold up there. So anyways, that's the temperatures in around the world. Well, at least Worcester and DeLand. Okay, I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm gonna have her tell me a joke this morning. I have one of my own. It's probably better. Let's see what she says. Tell me a joke.
Where do horses like to hang out? In their neighborhood.
See, that wouldn't even be good if she didn't go, our neighborhood. So it's like, well, my joke, I think, is better than hers. Says my doctor told me to really need to start watching my drinking, so I've been going to different bars looking for bars with a mirror. You like that one? Oh, Sue didn't laugh. Now she's laughing. I saw another one. I thought it was pretty good. It says, there was a hooker out on the street. She says for $50 she'll do anything. I thought, man, this is great. So I had her come home and mow and clean up and do my whole yard. I thought that was pretty good. That's cheap labor.
We saw one yesterday. I can't remember what it was. We thought we'd use it with Google.
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
I forget the jokes, But I thought that was pretty good. That's a good use of a hooker, make her do your laundry. Hey, I seen that there's supposed to be a rocket go up today, and they was going to have two rockets in one day. They've never done that before, and so they were going to do that. But you know how these rockets, they change the dates and stuff around. They get a little thing that's not 100%, and then they change them. So, but the way they got it scheduled now, there'll be two rockets go up within 12 hours, which that's still pretty good. Two rockets in 1 hour. But the Space Coast is getting busy down there. They're putting quite a few rockets up since they privatized it. It's and what they're trying to do is make sure that they do it so they don't ship these rocket launches overseas. So that's what they're trying to get all these rocket launches going up, Adjust my camera just a bit here. Oh, why? I turned this light on above me there. I didn't know if that was glaring or not. Anyway, they're going to maybe have 2 rocket launches a day. Look the way it looks. That's pretty cool. We'll be able to go out and stand in the driveway and watch all these rockets go up. It's a fun thing to do. I want it. And hey, I was saying a phobia. Does any of you have a phobia? I was talking earlier about how chemicals and smells and cigarettes and smoke makes, you can hear my voice out, that does to me. Makes me miserable. Well, phobia is smells. It's like I cringe. I see somebody lighting up a cigarette. Oh, I know it's coming for me. It's like, or a neighbor starts a campfire, or somebody you walk by and they've got more perfume on than the perfume factory has on it, and all that stuff just messes me up big time. It hurts, But another phobia I have is I don't. Most critters don't bug me. I don't really like reptiles, but particularly I don't like snakes. Now you see a snake, I will jump on top of the counter, or I will not. Don't like snakes. They just frighten me. They're ugly, I don't kill animals, but I would kill a snake, I probably wouldn't get close enough to kill it, because I would be running the other direction, So yeah, snakes are one of my phobias on it. Several years back here, one night I was sitting here at the house there in the hallway. My Sheltie, Abby, she was out and she was acting really weird. She come running back in. I'm like, what's going on? And I went out to the hallway, turned on the light, and here's a damn snake. Turned out it was just a rat snake, which they're harmless as a snake goes. But it's like, oh man, I didn't want to, lose sight of it, because I was not staying in this house if I knew there was a loose snake in the house. And I had my phone. I called neighbors and said, hey, you guys, how you feel about snakes? And I don't like them, And the neighbor boy, he came over there, and I could tell he was about as fearful of it as I was. And shoot, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to call 911. Well, so I called 911. Hey, what's your emergency? And I said, hey, I have a snake in my house. Well, they took it seriously, because I was frightened. and they had me describe it, and they go, well, it sounds like it's a rat snake. It's not poison. And I go, no, but it's still in my house. I need it out, And they decided where the game warden was, and he was Kerwin Sanford and couldn't get there. And so they said, well, we'll have him call you. And so, here we're trying to figure out what about doing this snake. I had called another neighbor of mine down the road there, and he stopped by. Well, the game warden come on, he goes, just get yourself a garbage can, and he says, take a broom or something, sweep it in the garbage can, take it outside, And, well, that's easy for you to do. And he says, oh, he goes, you're scared of snakes. I go, you're damn right, I'm scared of snakes, Well, so eventually my neighbors, we got the garbage can, and we almost beat the crap out of that snake getting it into the garbage can. We got it in there, took it way out, and released it. And bye-bye, snake, don't ever want to see you again on it. But somehow he squeezed in and got in the house. They'll get underneath your door sills. Like if you have a screen door, has a little sweep. If that's not tight, they can get into that. So they do it, and it's not uncommon. A lot of people around Florida have had snakes make their way into the house. And up north, they've had that issues on it. So anyways, here, about an hour later, someone comes to the door, and there's the sheriff, and I go, oh, you probably hear about the snake. And yeah, he says, we had a report here that we check it out. And I go, well, it's all gone now. But I go, he waited till it was gone. He didn't want to mess with it either. So anyways, that's my little story about snakes, and I hate the damn things. And since then, I've found some friends that don't mind it. I go, okay, I'm calling you. And you can come and get this stupid snake out of my house. So hopefully that never happens again. Hey, we was thinking about on RV, and we talk about that a lot. We have the road trek, and I get on a lot of different sites with RVs and things. And I say about the downside of RVing. There is a great size in RV and camping. It's all fun, good. but there's times when there's a downside to it. You know, when something breaks, that's a downside. Now, some people take things like that more of a on the cuff than I do. I get stressed. I get really stressed, especially like we have a camper who's out on the road and it broke down mechanically on the road. So to me, that's extremely stressful. And it don't happen all the time, but it does happen. We had ours had a tire blew out, and we weren't very far. In fact, we were probably 2 miles, maybe 3 miles down the road from the house, but it didn't matter. The tire blew out, and when it did, it blew out. It took out. We have these like fairings that goes to the bottom. I mean, it took all those out. It took out the propane line. They run those propane lines right there beside the back wheels, and when it blew apart, here's the propane out there just hissing away, you know, and the metal fender well inside, it ripped it open like a tin can on it, and it was quite a mess. I mean, his tire was just abbreviated itself, or I don't want to say, just destroyed itself. So you know, I mean, that was stressful. So here we are alongside the road. We got out, and I told Sue to get out of the camper and get away because that propane, it was, psh, I mean, it was hissing away. And I was afraid, you know, it could explode. You didn't know, you know. Well, it kept hissing and hissing and hissing and hissing. It's like, well, I got to do something here. So, you know, I'm not usually one. I was call. We didn't have AAA, but to call AAA or call a tow service, it's like if I can fix it myself, I'm gonna fix it. You know, it costs too much to bring all these other people in there. And so, you know, I proceeded. Took the old tire, and these tires are heavy. This isn't like a car tire. These things are heavy duty, and end up, you know, I started taking it apart, worrying about that hissing in the thing. If I make a spark, I could blow us to hear the kingdom come. Finally, a sheriff did come by, and he flipped on his lights there, and he actually gave me a hand. He was really good, and got it changed. And the whole time it's still hissing. It's getting less and less, you know. And we finally we got it on home there, but you know, when we pulled back into the driveway, it was still hissing away. There's still propane coming out of the thing on it. Did a lot of damage. So yeah, that's one thing. If you have any type of an RV out on the road, keep those tires up. Even though the tread looks good, doesn't mean they're good, because the sidewalls get dry rotted and that. And believe me, when they blow, they will do damage. I mean, I wasn't hard to get off the road because I don't drive like a crazy idiot. You know, I drive normal speeds. I don't go fast or nothing. And so I don't, you know, I didn't have any trouble getting off the road. That was no problem. And, you know, that's another thing. Drive sensibly, you know. You know, I had another one of my daily vids. I complain about people tailgating and driving fast. And, you know, it's not always about whether you're trying to get there or there. It's being safe. And so that's one thing when you're out in your RV. You know, stay safe. Don't drive conservatively, you know. You know, you can slow down. It'll still be there. If you're late for something, leave earlier. You know, it's not an excuse. You leave earlier, you arrive. Even if you arrive early, better than arriving late. So anyways, there's a lot of things. Like I said, the RV can be stressful. There's things that break down, you know, mechanically, water systems, you know, the electrical systems, and they do happen. I've had RVs for a long time, and it's always something that can be gone on. So there's some stressful. The biggest thing you can do is be prepared. Have tools in case you have a breakdown. Anything you feel, keep it mechanically in good shape. You know, instead of just letting things go until they break, then fix them. But make sure they're, you know, as best you can, and you'll still have breakdowns. You know, that's just part of the RVing thing. You know. So anyways, I thought I'd talk a little bit about, you know, the downsides of RVing, you know. I don't think I'd be good. I watch a lot of these people, they actually live in their campers, and they boondock, and they're, what do they call them, nomads? That they actually just go around and live in their campers all the time and travel and that. I don't believe that would be my lifestyle. I think it would be too stressful. I like all my ducks in order, you know. I like things to know what's coming on next. So anyway, that's a little bit about RVing. Hey, did you see my new chair? I got a new chair yesterday. This one will recline back. It's got a footrest on it, and man, I'm in heaven now. I got a cool chair, and it took forever to get here. You know, it's like I talked that before about FedEx slow. It used to be, hey, I'm good at FedEx, man. I'm gonna get it the next day, you know, but not anymore. You know, FedEx seems like if it comes FedEx, it's gonna take just a little bit longer than what you would like it to come on. So yeah, I did my desk over. I got a nice arm here. I can roll around. As you see, the TV's behind me. I can put my computer on the side there and actually be able to see TV if I want to on it. And so this is Lucky Dawg Productions studio. This is where all these high quality videos are being produced and edited, and all done by yours truly. Well, you know, at least I like to think that. Hey, if you guys out there, for anyone watching that's not subscribed, hey, I invite you, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you nothing. And if you enjoy these chats or any of my other videos, I put a video every day. Lately, I've been doing some ones around the area. I've been going to different just sightseeings. You know, we did Ormond Loop. This morning we took a drive up to Gambler Rogers. It's a real nice state park. You can go camping up there. We've camped up there a couple times. And but yeah, to give us, hit the subscribe button, give us thumbs up if you enjoy these videos. Even if you don't enjoy them, do me a favor, hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment and tell me they're crap. I don't care. Anyways, we're going to get out here for today. It's Wednesday. I haven't made up my mind today. I know I'm going to try to find some decongestants for this stupid smells that's got me messed up again. So we'll see you guys all probably tomorrow. Sue's giving me the thumbs up too. See you tomorrow.